Hello everyone, I'm doing another example for utility maximization, and this is slightly different from the one we did in class for egg rolls and coke, just because we have a combination of tangerines and passion fruit where the price of the two goods is such that it does not completely divide this income of 26. So in 26 is completely divisible by 2, but you'll see it's not divisible by 5. So it makes the problem slightly complicated, or slightly different rather, not complicated, from our very straightforward textbook example. So how should you tackle such a question? Note that the question is asking you to assume that you're going to be buying only whole bushels of each of these goods, whether it's passion fruit or whether it's bushels of tangerines. So we will not be working with fractional amounts of either of these two goods. So you cannot buy 2.5 bushels of passion fruit or 3.75 bushels of tangerines, etc. So we are just going to be working with whole amounts. How to go about this? The first step is to find your consumption bundles which lie on the budget line. So we'll start with our maximum consumption possible of each of these goods, tangerines and passion fruit. If I have $26 and I spend it all on passion fruit, what's the maximum I can buy? I can buy 5 bushels of passion fruit, not more, and because I'm assuming I cannot buy a fractional amount. So 5 is the maximum I can get of passion fruit. Likewise, 26 divided by 2 will give me the maximum consumption possible of tangerine, which is 13. So this is your two extreme consumption bundles, 0, 5, we call it bundle A, and this is 13 and 0. Now, in between these two, there are many other possibilities. How do you get to those possibilities? I would advise always start with the good that is relatively more expensive. So in our case, that's passion fruit. So let's gradually reduce our consumption of passion fruit, and we can correspondingly find then units of tangerine that are possible with each of these consumption levels of passion fruit. So for example, if I reduce my consumption of passion fruit from 5 to 4, how many tangerines will I be able to afford? Now 4 times 5 is 20, so I'm spending $20 over here. With $6 left, I can buy only 3 tangerines. So that gives me another consumption bundle, and that's my bundle B, 3 and 4. Then I reduce my consumption of passion fruit by another unit, so I'm saving $5. With that additional $5, I can actually buy 2 more bushels of tangerines. So this gives me a combination of 5 and 3. If I reduce my consumption of passion fruit by 1 more unit, I will be saving $5 more. So my total money spent on passion fruit is only 5 times 2 is $10. The remaining 16 will be spent on tangerines, and 16 divided by 2 is 8. So I'll be able to consume 8 tangerines and 2 passion fruit. Another consumption bundle corresponding to 2. Then I have 1 bushel of passion fruit, and I'm spending $5 over here, so I have $21 left. With those $21, I can actually buy 10 bushels of tangerines, because 10 times 2 is 20. I won't be able to buy the 11th one. So that's my bundle E. And the last bundle is bundle F, which we've already placed over here. If I'm spending all of my money on tangerines, I can buy a maximum of 13 bushels of tangerine. So this gives me my bundles where I'm spending all of my income, and we have our downward sloping budget line. So these are the bundles that we need to figure out first, and then find your utility maximizing bundle. Once you have your bundles, the next part is pretty straightforward. If you're using a spreadsheet solution, all you have to do is look at the total utility for each bundle, and whichever bundle is maximizing your total utility, that will be your utility maximizing bundle. Another thing to note over here is that when I'm consuming too many tangerines, for example, the 7th tangerine, after that my utility is not increasing. That automatically tells me that for the 8th tangerine or the 10th or the 13th, my total utility will be actually decreasing, indicating that the marginal utility for anything above 7th unit is actually negative. So bundle D, E and F are going to be out of the question. A rational consumer will never consume a bundle which is giving him negative marginal utility. It's making him so unhappy that his total utility is actually decreasing from this high level of consumption. So really what we are comparing is consumption across these three bundles, A, B, and C, and the total utility therefore across these three bundles. Whichever bundle gives me the maximum utility out of these three will be my utility maximizing bundle. So let's do that next. We have our bundle A, B, and C, which we are interested in. D, E, and F are redundant because we will never want to consume 8th, 10th, or 13 units of tangerines. So these are just out of the question. So bundle A is 0 tangerine and 5 passion fruit. So that gives me a total utility of 250. Bundle B is 3 and 4. So 3 tangerines and 4 bushels of passion fruit. So that gives you a total utility of 280. Bundle C is 5 tangerines, so over here, and then corresponding to 3 bushels of passion fruit. So 80 plus 180 is 260. And out of these, this is your utility maximizing bundle. So bundle B should be our optimal consumption bundle, with optimal consumption of tangerines at 3 and optimal consumption of passion fruit at 4 bushels. So this is our utility maximizing consumption bundle. The alternative method to finding your utility maximizing consumption bundle is your rational spending rule or the marginal analysis. We can apply the marginal analysis to this particular data set as well. Again, the first step is find your consumption bundles. So our consumption bundles are 0, 5, 3, 4, 5, 3, 8, 2, 10, 1, 13, 0. Again, given this data set, I would never want to consume bundle D, E, or F, because here you can see my marginal utility will definitely be negative. Total utility has reached its maximum, so beyond the 7th tangerine it will be decreasing, and therefore marginal utility will be negative. So these are out of the question. All you have to do is now compare the marginal utility per dollar of a tangerine at a given consumption bundle to the marginal utility per dollar coming from passion fruit for that given consumption bundle. So when I'm at bundle A, I'm not consuming any tangerines and I am consuming 5 bushels of passion fruit. So for 5 bushels of passion fruit, what's the marginal utility? It's 30 utils, and 30 utils divided by the price, which is 30 divided by 5 is 6. Bundle B, I'm consuming 3 bushels of tangerine. So my marginal utility of the third bushel of tangerine is 16 units. And 16 divided by price of tangerine was 2, so that's 8 utils of satisfaction. Marginal utility per dollar, so don't forget to divide it by the price of the good. So that's 8 utils. Marginal utility per dollar for passion fruit at this particular consumption point is 4 bushels. So for 4 bushels, my marginal utility is 40 utils divided by the price. So 40 over 5 is 8. This is my optimal consumption bundle. Why? Because it's giving me per dollar marginal utility, which is exactly the same. But just for the purpose of it, let's just also calculate the per dollar marginal utility for bundle C. At bundle C, I am consuming 5 bushels of tangerines. So marginal utility for the 5th bushel is 8 utils. 8 divided by 2 is 4. And at the bundle C, I'm consuming 3 bushels of passion fruit. And the marginal utility for the 3rd bushel of passion fruit is 50, and 50 divided by 5 is 10. So you can see if I'm at bundle C, my per dollar marginal utility is higher for passion fruit, therefore I should consume more passion fruit. So I should be moving from bundle C towards bundle B. At bundle B, per dollar marginal utility is exactly the same, so this is our utility maximizing consumption bundle according to the rational spending rule. I do not have any incentive now to spend more money on passion fruit or spend more money on tangerines. So this must be our utility maximizing bundle. So through both analysis, whether it was the rational spending rule or it was our spreadsheet solution in which we were looking at total utility for a given bundle, we got bundle B as our answer. I hope this was helpful for questions which are not very straightforward, like the egg roll and Coke example. Always look at your data set and try to interpret it. And remember, the trick is always align your bundles first, make sure they are in order, and then use the desired solution, whether it's your spreadsheet solution or you're working with the rational spending rule.